Welcome to the bush. It is a warm October day. It's almost 80 degrees today.
Fantastic.
And so this is my buddy Jimmy. He's going to join me tonight. So we're using the guest camping site where I've got a platform for everybody. He's going to be using Jared's bunk tonight.
All right.
And we're going to be putting some tin that's left over from the cabin on top of Jared's bunk. So we're making this a semi-permanent bushcraft site.
Sweet. Right there.
That's the exact thing. There you go. Oh, hell yeah. I actually cheers, buddy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's great, ain't it? That is kudos to a guy named Craig Fairway. He's got a home brewing channel on YouTube.
Oh, does he?
And
Okay, cool.
he's got a channel on Rumble too, and he does home brewing.
Nice.
And I picked that up from him. A lot of the things that I do in the bush, imitation is the highest form of flattery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things that I do in the bush are like odes to the people that inspired me.
Okay.
And so he was one of the people that inspired me to start brewing beer. And I picked up the ooh from him.
How long have you been brewing beer now?
I started brewing beer in 2016.
2016. So you got 6 years under your belt now.
Yeah, 6 years under my belt. Yeah.
Cheers to that. I had your
Absolutely.
Oktoberfest brew for the first time this past Oktoberfest, and it was fabulous.
It turned out amazing.
That was a great session beer. Like I was drinking it the whole night.
Yeah.
And then no repercussions the next day.
No, it was great.
And I had a nice buzz.
So we're sitting here under our brand new tin roof. Thanks mainly to Jimmy for getting it all together for me.
Well, we did it together. We couldn't have done it without each other, but I'm glad I could help.
I have a way of making people earn their keep when they come out and hang out with me.
You broke me in today.
as you've seen before, my buddy To The Point helped me put the tin on the cabin, and this is the leftover tin that I shaved off of the cabin, and there was just enough to do this bunk here. I call this Jared's bunk because my buddy and singer Jerad Harness was out here with me and we built this bunk. So it will forever be known as Jared's bunk. Check that episode out above if you have not already.
Jimmy's taking over Jared's bunk tonight.
Jimmy is taking over tonight. And we're going to have a really good time. We got a great meal plan. And but for right now, most of the hard work is done. And thanks for bringing out the cigars.
Well, they're minor ones, but thank you for the beers.
Absolutely.
This Big Wave's really good.
Mm-hmm. So sun's going to be going down in about an hour. So what we're going to try to do is just get everything loaded into camp here. And this is kind of a hybrid bushcraft thing. We didn't hike out here. We brought our vehicles And
then
they're
hiked here
they're
from the vehicles.
Yeah,
Not
hiked
too
here
far.
from the vehicles, which isn't very far. And so we have all the comforts of home tonight, pretty much. But we're in the bush, so it's just going to be a really good time. We got about an hour left. We're going to try to get camp all set up and good to go for the night. We're going to leave the back of this open tonight, I think, because it's only supposed to be, what, 63?
The low is only going to be down in the mid-60s today.
Yeah, so no reason
October evening.
We're not even going to start a fire inside here because it'd be too warm. We're going to start a fire out back there, and
make sure that we're protecting it from the breeze limits.
yes, and we're actually not going to start a fire yet because it's been really windy and there's a little fire danger. So we're maybe going to go for a little hike. I'm going to show him some other ideas that I have around the property, and then when we come back, we'll get some grub going and get a fire going. And
Stonecutter approved.
yeah, have you ever started a fire before with a ferro rod?
Not with a ferro rod, no.
You will tonight.
That's awesome.
So, all right, lots of good times coming up here.
Cheers, brother.
Well, we were getting our beds all set up and getting everything unpacked, and it clouded over and we started hearing rumblings. So I checked the weather, and sure enough, there's a thunderstorm that's supposed to start like now. So I'm going to take some tape and patch some of these holes in my tarp, and hopefully we'll stay nice and dry. As long as it doesn't start blowing like crazy, we'll be fine. Was not expecting a storm today.
All right.
So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jimmy, he's used magnesium rod before. He's never used a ferrocerium rod. So I'm gonna get him all set up here with everything he needs to get this fire started. I like having my guests start the fire. It's just kind of a fun thing that, you know, they get to participate in. I've started a million fires with a ferro rod now. But I do remember my first ferro rod fire. Check that video out above if you have not already. But
My first trial by fire at Nathan's campsite.
so we've got some inner bark, and I do have a little bit of dryer lint here just to help you out. But I'm going to take this inner bark
Okay.
and just
Loosen it up. Get a little air in there.
get a little air in there, break up the fibers a little bit, you know what I mean? So it'll take a spark really well.
And we're set up so that the prevailing wind is going to take the flames into the tinder, from the tinder to the kindling.
Yes,
right?
it should.
Okay.
It should very much so. So then I'm just going to break up some of this, and this is just going to create one heck of a great, what we call a bird's nest in the bushcraft world.
Yep.
And we're going to set that underneath there. Now, I'm going to come in here. Yeah, there we go.
Cover it up a little bit.
I'm going to cover it up just a little bit, not too much. We don't want to choke it out. And now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place the rod right in the bird's nest,
Okay.
like that. And then you're going to want to scrape with some pressure at sort of an angle here. So,
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
and you can practice a couple times outside of the fire.
Got you. Okay. Oh yeah.
And the wind might be a little bit of a hindrance, but once it gets going, it'll help us. There you go.
In, right?
Now we just want to put the sticks
feed
over
it.
it.
Yep. There we go. Nice. If that's not teamwork, I don't know what is.
Good job, man.
Barrel rod.
First ferro rod fire.
That's
No
right.
lighter. No
First
lighter.
one. All right.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. That's great.
Nice.
All right, so the weather is still a little bit funny. We're hearing trees falling around us, but I'm happy to say there's no widowmakers above us, so we're gonna be okay tonight. Just got the fire going, and we're getting ready to start some food here pretty soon, but I wanted to show you a cool bushcrafty trick. My buddy Mark taught me this. He was a wild game hunting guide in Alaska, and if anybody can tell you about the bush, it's my buddy Mark. And one of the things he said that he liked to do, I think it's a good idea, I don't personally do it all the time, but I might, is he simply takes a lighter and some cordage, take a Bic, a good old Bic lighter, standard Bic lighter, and some cordage, and some electrical tape, and make yourself a necklace. So take the two ends of the, make it however big, whatever size you want. Make yourself a necklace, and wrap it with several layers of electrical tape. And the reason why is if you wrap some extra electrical tape around this, you'll actually have a little fire starter, something that will burn. If you roll that electrical tape up and light it, it'll burn and stay lit for a considerable amount of time. So you can put some extra on here, and you've got yourself a lanyard, or whatever you would like to call it, lighter, necklace, and you can tuck it down in your shirt so it doesn't get hooked up on the bush as you're hiking through. And you've got plenty of extra tape on it if you need to tape up some of your gear if something gets broke, or if you need to make a fire starter, patch a tarp like I did earlier. You've got the tape right there on your lighter, and your lighter never gets lost. So just a cool bushcraft idea. Hang a lighter from your neck and you never have to worry about losing it.
Fire, I want you to burn. Now we get another scoop. One more scoop, you think?
Well, you know what time it is, folks. It's just about cooking time. And because Jimmy is from Chicago, I thought it would be really cool in his honor to make a deep dish Chicago style pizza.
Aw, shucks.
Why is this not in focus? All right. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a Dutch oven deep dish Chicago style pizza. And these are the ingredients we're gonna use. We're just using the canned crust today, sadly. That exploded on us at some point this afternoon. I don't know if it got too, I don't know what happened, but
Temperature warmed up.
must have. We've got pepperoni, lots of pepperonis, some hot Italian sausage, and we've got a 1.5 pounds of mozzarella cheese, plus another pound, so 2 pounds of mozzarella. We got mozzarella pearls that are going in it. And the sauce for tonight's pizza is homemade from my Roma tomatoes in my garden.
Oh.
So, it's probably safe to say we'll be eating good in the bush tonight.
pizza. Oh man, that's cutting nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do my sample and then Jimmy will do his.
How's it taste?
Oh man.
See how it does, huh?
Oh man. Oh. Well, I don't want to give it away. Give it a try. See what you think.
Seems like you might like it. Mmm.
It's got this perfect amount of heat.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, that's really good.
Oh, we didn't have to worry about the moisture part.
Worked out perfect.
You know, the crust is super dark, but it doesn't taste burnt.
It doesn't. It's like, it actually has flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like from the cookpot flavor.
So I've got a question for everybody out there watching this. Do you know anybody that has made Chicago-style deep dish pizza in the bush? Who does this?
Who does that, man? This guy and this guy.
I always like to make the cooking segments special because I know a lot of people watch the cooking segments and they really enjoy it. So if anybody has any ideas, you can leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll try your recipe or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. I'm always looking for something new and unique to do in the bush as far as cooking goes.
And if you want to know what's in this one, just shoot us something in the messages. That's so good.
And you know, them step 3s always make the meal taste even better.
Thank you for my commemorative Chicago-style Dutch oven pizza.
You are welcome, my man. You know, I've been to Chicago and I've had some Chicago pizzas. This is right up there.
This qualifies.
I mean, it may not be like Lou Malnati's or whatever, but there's something special about it.
Lou Malnati's would wish they could make something like this.
This is Lou Malnati's. Well, what a beautiful night. It's only supposed to be like 69 for the low. It's perfect. No humidity. We're all sitting here. Our stomachs are full. That was an amazing deep dish Chicago style pizza. Knocked it out of the park. And we've just been ruminating on the day and talking about different things and philosophizing out here in the woods. It just kind of brings it out of you, you know. Yeah, and so we're just chilling out, and I think we're both getting ready to hit the hay. So without further ado, all I'm gonna say is we will see you in the morning. Well, that was a great slumber. I slept really well. Temperature was just perfect. It's just a beautiful overcast day. It's supposed to get some rain coming in, and once it starts, I don't think it's supposed to stop for the rest of the day. So we're kind of curious how well the tin's gonna do at keeping the rain out of the shelter. It should work fine, but we're kind of curious, so we're gonna do a couple errands and come back this afternoon when it's raining and see what it looks like. And we're just kind of goofing around. We got a umbrella thing we're gonna try to put in the center, and we're gonna see if we can't rainproof this place a little bit more. We added Jimmy's umbrella that he had in his car. We added that to the top of the shelter to protect our fire from the rain. We'll see how it works after it starts raining here in a little while.
Yeah, we're gonna get to test it out right quick.
That's right. Well, so far it has been an amazingly awesome day. It's been an incredible day. Jimmy and I both slept very good on these. You know, I've never had a bad sleep in this particular configuration of this campsite. So it's amazing. It's awesome. Slept good, tons of energy. So I want to say this while Jimmy's not around. We've been working today. We've been working at the cabin. He helped me put some few screws that I still needed to put in the tent and do a few things at the cabin. And he helped me with that. And he's helped me work on this campsite. And since he's not here, I just want to say how important it is and how awesome it is that he's doing this. But you should be your brother's keeper. And Jimmy is most definitely living up to that. He's really helped me out a lot on this, and I really appreciate him. And so what I got going on now is I'm going to put a few more screws in the tin on Jared's bunk because we couldn't reach them yesterday, but now we've got the ladder. And I'm just going to do some things around camp. I'm going to work on that side of the shelter just a little bit more. Then it's going to be getting dark and Jimmy will be heading home. And I'm staying another night, so we're going to have more food and more fun right here in the bush. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy is going to head out. And we got this all solid. Thank you so much for
it's my pleasure.
all your help and everything. And he's going to head out, and I'm going to spend another night here because why not?
Night 2 is going to be good. Well, we put an umbrella that spans between the two
The umbrella
bunks.
is working great.
Put up a metal roof on this side, and
now
and the back porch covering on the back here. It was really nice with a fire the whole time we sat here.
And we've had rain off and on today, and so we got a chance to make sure that the tin wasn't going to leak. You didn't get any dripped on too much, did you?
No, there's a couple of drip spots that I think might have happened around the time you were still plugging the last hole or two after the rain started.
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel any wetness, is the thing, but like one or two drops in an outdoor campsite is really not a big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Man, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
I'll help you carry your stuff out, and then I'm on my own. But
I'll be back again as many times as he'll let me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Anytime, brother.
Thanks, my man.